Hey guys, it's me Brandon, and today I have some news for you about the Xbox 720. That some of the publishers have said that, publishers, I mean Microsoft, that the 720 might actually have a feature that will prevent people from having used games on them, which will be bad news for some companies like GameStop, which get their used game. They sell their used games, and I think I heard they get about 30, 40, 50% of their income off of the used games. But what's worse about this situation is that what I think is worse is like playing a game over at a friend's house. You can't do that. You won't be able to do that. You can't just try a game out at your friend's house. You'd have to bring your whole Xbox over to their house. And what would be worse is like your Xbox breaks or something and you have to get a new one. That wouldn't work either. I don't know, it's just there's a lot of ways that it could be said about this. Another way to say it is that it's just some way that the publishers are complaining about how like companies like GameStop or something like that are getting, hold on, sorry, I'm doing this live so it's a little hard, are getting income from used games. Well, GameStop also has the rights for that, but they're also getting a much better deal than like companies like Activision and companies like that. Hold on. It's kind of surprising. It's not. I mean, it's not quite surprising. It's not very surprising to me that Activision or companies like Microsoft would complain to this. I can see them harping on this subject because they're losing money for themselves. Because they don't get as much money as they do with the used game. They get more money when it's bought new or actually from the company, like at a Walmart or a Target. Because most of that money goes directly to the publishers. Well, the used GameStop games is like, say it's like $55. The Activision is probably losing around 10, 20, 20, 30 bucks. Because GameStop will keep some like $35 of it. Well, so, but I think it's getting a little. It's something to do with greed too, because Activision railed up around $1.4 billion last year. So, well, about $1 billion last year. I'll say that. I'm not sure how much, but that's a lot of money compared to how much. Look how bad we're at democracy we're in this year. How bad our economy is in the last year or two. It seems like it's just greed now. All this is greed, and just I think Activision's getting, not just Activision, all the other publishers. I'm not gonna name anymore, but it's something But there's two options for this to get resolved in my eyes. There's the first option, which is there's the online pass. Well, there's already something like the online pass, which is you buy it and then you can play the game online. Hold on. God damn it. But you can play the game online if you buy the game used for an extra $10. But if you buy it new, you get a slip inside that says here's your online pass, you can play online. There you go. So that's an option. But instead of doing that, you can just you can charge the people $10 extra crap, I'm stuttering. At the counter at like GameStop for buying a used game. You just charge them like $10 extra if the game is like old or something, like I don't know, something that fits their needs. But that's the first option, an online pass or something kind of like that. And they can also add the $800 Microsoft point thing like they do now, especially for games like Battlefield 3. I know they do that. But there's also another way, which is the way that they're starting to look forward. They're just saying that you should just buy the game new or something like that. But there's a problem with that. Oh, there's a lot of problems with it, but here's my big problem. Like, what if there's a game that... Because there's game... My mom works at Target, so I know how there was, like... rearranging stuff, especially in games, because I like that section of the store. But the problem with that is, what if the game ain't being sold for new again? You can always buy it online, like on the website of Activision, but there's sometimes problems with that, like especially like not getting shipped to the right place or something like that. There's also that, but that's something that has to be taken into account. But what also, well, come on. But that's what the second option is. Just buy the game new. But there's some flaws with both. There's flaws with both ways. But the second way has more flaws than the first way. But in my eyes, I think that they should just keep the way they do it now. They should just have the game use sale, or just have an online pass. Either one would be exceptional, and you all would agree with me on this one, especially on the because basically either this is here I go. You should basically either you buy the game with an extra $10 fee, or you don't get the game at all. That's basically the bottom line in my eyes. So that's all I really want to say about this, is that there's a slight possibility that this might happen. But if there is a, I don't know if there's a there probably is one a forum, not a forum, a ballot that shows that us gamers, we don't want this to happen. There's probably one of those, and if you find one, just send me the link. I'll put it in the description. But if this might be actually what happens, I don't know. And if this happens to the Xbox 360, I mean not 360, Xbox 720, there's a big possibility. If that happens to the Xbox 720, it's gonna happen to the PS4 too. So that's basically what's gonna happen. All of us gamers might be getting. It's just gonna turn into hell. A lot of fanboys and fangirls going crazy. It's gonna be a shitstorm. That's basically what's gonna happen. But that's all I want to talk about. Like, favorite, subscribe. I said subscribe, derp.